Gordy, who are you playing? Is your name Gordy? Oh, it is. Okay, so he's playing Oracle. I have to pause my music so I can think. So I like that you're bot because Jug is a hero that can get runes with his spin, so I don't actually think... Normally, I don't like to go bot because there's not much you can do. Not many carries can contest, and they generally outnumber you, but this is good. Are you gonna pop your clarity? You used a lot of mana, but... Eh. I guess you have time before lane. Hang on, I want to go back for a second. I would check their items, because if this CK has no regen, that's like a even... Like, I'd be trying to punch CK as much as I can, right? He shouldn't be able to come up to CS, because what's Nyx gonna do? But I don't think you've checked the items yet, and so I don't know how much regen he has, so I'm gonna check. See, he doesn't have Salve, he just has 3 tingles, so yeah, I mean, I think I'd be harassing him more. If Nyx is gonna go block that camp, I don't think you need to be here to, like, see. I think you could be hitting this guy, and you have a really big creep wave right now. So because you have a really big creep wave, it means that he's going to take a lot more damage, obviously, because there's more creeps here. And if you start hitting him and he aggroes, like if he hits you back or something, and he aggroes this creep wave, these creeps are going to do more damage than 3 creeps to you, right? So like, I don't think trading with Nyx right now is worth it. I think you're, like, you need to, if Nyx leaves, I get you might be scared that he came out, like, from the side, but this guy just uses stun. If you check, he's got no mana. He's only got 3 tangos. And you could just sit here. You have, what's your range? 620 range. So you can actually stand behind the range creep and not draw any aggro. And when this guy comes up for a CS, you hit him. So I don't like that you're here right now, if that makes sense. I think you should be trying to kick this guy out of lane. You have a big wave, it's gonna push. Kick this guy out of lane, and then pull the hard camp. Or hit him more. Like, if you get a faster level 2 than them, you might be able to do a lot of damage, but... You're not going to trade very well with this guy in melee range. Because this guy does 50 damage. He's got 4 armor. You actually have 5 armor under the tower. But you only do 42 damage. And it's generally going to take longer because you're a range hero. And he has this, like, this stun. I don't know. I just think this trade isn't great when you could be hitting this guy. And then if Nyx walks up to hit you, because again, Nyx is melee, then you and Jug go on Nyx. And Nyx literally just, like, might die. He doesn't actually have boots. So again, check this guy's item to check if he has boots, because that's a big deal, especially against a Jug, because Jug wants to, if there's potential to kill someone, it's going to be with a spin, right? And he needs to be able to keep up in movement speed. So check, does Nyx have boots? If he does, he's probably not really, you know, we're going to get a kill threat him a lot, but this guy actually doesn't. So force him to come into the creep wave to hit you. Simple people in lobbies are usually coordinate. That's my theory. Should I be playing bottom right of the lane? I don't think necessarily bottom right. All you have to do is stand next to the, like, creep wave, because... I mean, it depends. Like, after he draws aggro, it's different. But, like, right here, as I said, you have 620 attack range, which means that you can be standing right here, and whenever Chaos Knight comes up to hit a creep or draw aggro, you hit him, and the creeps, like, won't aggro to you. And, like, honestly, I would just, like... punish him, hit him back, right? Like, he just shouldn't be able to walk up here. He's gonna walk up to aggro. And then you could set, like, if you know Nyx is on the left side, yeah, you can stand over here on the right side and hit him. But you know he doesn't have mana for stun. He does have a mango, though. But, you definitely shouldn't be here. Because it's not like you're giving your carry solo XP. You're kind of still in XP range, I think. I can't remember the exact number. But you're also not doing anything. You know what I mean? So, I think you have to think of your objective. Your objective is to get your core CS, like, farm, right? What's standing in the way of your core? Oh, the pause 3. Well, then you hit the pause 3. Can you hit the pause 3? Well, the real question is, like, is the pause 4 attacking you? And if he is, then, like, do you have to go on the +4 instead of the +3? Like, that's kind of badly worded. But do you know what I mean? Like, if this was a Lina, she'd just be sitting here punching you. And you cannot hit the CK with Lina just hitting you, right? So, you need a new plan. But it's a Nyx. It's a Nyx. And if you're standing in the middle of a creep wave, like, hitting this guy, you already have a big creep wave. You already know this is going to push. So, if this lane is already going to push, you don't really have to worry about a creep equilibrium that much. So, you just kind of hit this guy. Yeah, you have to check their items. Yeah, Gordy wanted some tips because he's 5.1k as a support, and since I'm high 5k, 5.9k at the moment, he just wanted to know, like, what the difference is. And I don't know what the difference is, but I told him I'd look at his game and give him a few tips. So, this trade just wasn't very valuable for you because, like, he's melee and he's decently fast and he's 310 movement speed, so he's going to catch up to you really easily. But if you stand near the creep wave and he comes up to, like, fight you, you've got the creep wave, you've got you, and you've got Jug. Like, he cannot take that trade. You know what I mean? Like, that's so good for you. So, like, what are they gonna do? Yes, they can combo their stuns, but if you're in the middle of a big creep wave like this and your Jug has spin, they really can't kill you. So it's just so much more beneficial to just stay here. The only time you're gonna go over here is when you're gonna try to pull. And if he's missing around 1 minute, that's something to think about. Like, think about at 1 minute. Is Nyx showing? No? Then maybe he blocked your camp. It's something good to think about, you know? Like, what's he doing right now? So, and, like, I mean manually blocked it, like, not. Okay, so now you know what the wave's pushing, so you go to pull. That one's not gonna work. No, that one's not gonna work. Okay, so you got two options, right? So what can you do when you have a big wave? What are your two actions? You've got a wave, you know it's pushing. What's your two choices? I'm gonna let you do it, because I want to see if you know. You can pull. Yeah, pulling is one. Or stack the small. No. So what I'm thinking is... No pressure, Gordy. Well, no, I want to hear his thoughts. Because I've actually said it a couple times. Connor, that's a weird first thing to say in chat. So you're going to get timed out. Because it's just not helpful. I don't know what the point of that was. Anyways. When you have a big wave, you have two options. You know it's going to push, right? Big wave is going to push. Okay. So option number one, you can try to reset the equilibrium by pulling. Yeah. Option number two, I described it before. If you have a bigger wave than the enemy, they are going to take more damage from creeps. And early on, that's a big deal. 40 minutes into the game, not a big deal, right? They have armor, they have HP. They really don't care that much about creeps. Creeps don't do that much. But early game, creeps actually do a lot. So it's very important to your lane dynamic, right? So those are your two options. You have a big wave, you can be aggressive, because they can't fight you in a big wave, they won't win that trade. You can be aggressive, or you can fix equilibrium. Now you did the wrong timing, I don't care about that, because I know you know better than that, it's just a mistake. But, you have two options here, like, you know the wave is pushing, it's not quite up here yet, it's right here. And I make this mistake all the time, Cookie would be here yelling at me, to be honest. So, we can go on them. Yeah, exactly. I can channel and have Jug spin on them and they can't fight us back. Perfect, yeah. So, of course, Jug wants to get CS. That's the highest priority. But if he sees an opportunity to kill, he's going to take that, right? He's like, awesome. Or even just to, like, burn all their HP. Because you got to think, killing them isn't even the objective. The objective is just getting more CS and getting more experience than them. And CK doesn't have a salve. Now, Nyx has a salve. But you got to understand, if you, like, burn all their HP... There's only one salve between them. They're going to have to buy more regen, right? So it's a game of resources. Laning is a game of resources. So here, what I see is I see one creep. I see a CK out of position. Because if he... Look, if you went on him here, let's say if he got stunned right here. He now has 4 creeps. As soon as this one dies, 4 creeps, a Jug, and an Oracle. Going on him. Now, he might turn around. He might realize this and turn around in just a second and, like, get not out of position. Fine. But if he steps up even one more time, like, this should have been you, like, go, 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 go. Even if you don't have this. Like, just hit him. And you don't have to say it to Jug because, like, you don't have this. Fine. You don't have your combo. But you're in ahead. You should be like, hit him, hit him, hit him. Because they don't win this trade. Alright. So, when you're trading in lane, you have to think of 3 things. Deposit 1, deposit 2, the creeps. Or deposit 4, deposit 3, the creeps.
So weird.
The cores, the supports, the creeps. That's the better way of saying it. Core, supports, and creeps, because all three of those things do damage in lane. And we often forget about that. We often forget about creeps. But they actually do a ton of damage. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm dying here. If you look back, you were standing in a creep wave and you just stood in the creep wave and you actually took most of your damage from the creep wave. And so that is actually a huge factor in making plays and what you should do next. So right now, if he steps up, he's actually out of position. Right now, he's out of position. Like, this dies. Okay, he's actually a really fast hero because he's on a horse. He's got 320 movement speed. So right now, it's not pull time, so you shouldn't be pulling. It's too late to get this one. It's too early to get that one. So you should be here punching CK. And again, what's Nyx gonna do? If he walks up to hit you, Jug can just spin on him. And he's got 4 creeps attacking him. You see? And you're going to have a double wave in a second. So, yes, you want to fix the equilibrium, but this is what my carry tells me. And honestly, your carries might not know this. 5 to 6k carries, they really don't know this very well. My man, Cookie, when we play together all the time, he knows this way better than me. He's always telling me, he's like, always so mad. He's mad because I go to pull right now. You guys have the level advantage, actually. Look, your Jug is almost level 2. You're almost level 2. Now, you don't have huge spikes. Well, you actually have a huge spike, because Purifying Fumes does actually a decent amount of damage. If that's what you go next. I think that's what you go next, right? What's this one? Yeah, you go pretty far. I'm pretty sure. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Cookie gets mad at me, because look, you're almost level 2. This guy's almost level 2. You guys are going to hit level 2 before them, right? There's no way the next 2 creep waves die before this creep wave dies. Like, you guys are getting level 2 first. You have the advantage. Okay. So, use that advantage. It's not actually always bad. Low MMR people, they think it's bad the waves push, like, not low MMR. Low MMR, we don't know how to pull and that kind of stuff, or whatever. Okay. Then you learn how to pull, you learn how to get creep equilibrium, you learn that you want creeps down here. That's great. But the next step is knowing that actually having a big wave and a level advantage, especially like at this is like a cookie cutter case right now. Exactly where this lane is, where you're almost about to hit level 2. You have an advantage right now. And you can use that. So you actually don't go for this pull right now. You bully them if they come up to the wave. And you're going to hit level 2 before them. You keep bullying them. And you're going to get double wave. You're going to bully. This wave is going to push up to here. And now you get a free pull. Because guess what? Now, Chaos Knight, he wants this creep wave up here. He doesn't want to come help this guy. If Nyx tries to contest your pull, guess what happens? You and Jug gang up on him. Because Jug can't really hit creeps under tower, right? Jug wants to help you get the pull. So ideally what will happen is Jug will zone out Nyx and you get a free pull, uncontested. Alright? Because if you're just here, it's fairly easy for Nyx to cancel this pull, right? Because the creep wave's just here. So what you want to be doing is you want to be bullying them right now because you know you're going to have a double wave. Look, big wave. I don't like you trading with Nyx. Hit this guy. He's in the middle of a wave. If you hit him, and if he goes on you at all, he either has to run away, or if he goes on you, all these creeps are going to hit him. He's going to take a load of damage. You guys just got level 2. I like that you sensed him. You're like, oh, he's out of position. Great. But I wish you were just doing this on this guy. Look how big your wave is. Look how much more damage you have right now. Okay, so now, this, like I said, you're going to get a free pull here because Nyx is not paying attention. Awesome. That's a... Okay, and I do that all the time. It's awkward. Sometimes I think, if you... I don't know, you might know this already, but like 54, you want to pull down here. But it's much more difficult to get it. 57, you can pull it and go over here. So let's see. You pull it a little bit early. If you pull it 57 and run down like here, you can get the whole creep wave. That one's a little bit harder. At 54, it's hard to get them all. Anyways, so now you only get 1 creep pull, and now they're getting all these, they're farming for free, which we do not like. Immediately, right now, what time is it? You should be going small camp. Are you doing it? Very well done. Good. Okay, so now you're playing small. That's perfect. What I like to do is, I love this. I actually get so excited when this happens. So, if we played it out exactly how I told you to, right? So right here, you're punching CK. Okay. You're bullying him. He's crying. He's like, I have no HP, I have no salve. Okay. He's crying. Now, this guy, you get the free pull at 57, okay? At 57, you get the whole camp, okay? At the whole creep wave. And I don't know if this stacks or not. We don't really care that much because they're actually just not going to get to it. Let's be real. And you're lucky. It's the Hellbear, so they're just going to clap. Okay. So let's say you pull that whole creep wave, and then you go at 215, you pull this creep wave. Now they've missed like 1.5 creep waves, and your Jug, he might not be getting CS, but he's getting solo XP. And it's going to push right back into them, because it's going to go under tower, because they can't tank it. And now they've missed 1.5 creep waves, because, well, this doesn't really, you know, this doesn't kill creeps. Like, you kill 1 creep at best with this small camp. But whatever. But that's okay, because guess what? Guess what's going to happen? Guess what? Do you know what's going to happen, Gordy? Do you know what's going to happen when none of your creeps die to the small camp, and now you have a whole creep wave and a second creep wave? What do you do again? You kill them. You do the exact same thing. And even if you don't kill them, that's fine. But you hit them. You hit them because you've got 2 waves, and they can't fight you in 2 waves. And if they try, you do your root. He spins on them. He now has spin level 2 because he had some solo XP. And same thing happens again. And he should be okay here because, like, they actually can't kill him. I don't think. He doesn't really want to spin, but he should be okay. He might overstay his welcome, but, like, you're doing the pull. You're doing great. You try. Are you going to try pull through? Maybe. No, okay. Alright, so you've got 3 creeps. You've got another creep wave coming. You're going to have a big creep wave. Let's see what you do with it. Alright, so this guy is trying to pull, but you... Oh, nice. You cancel it. That's another really important thing. You did that well. Good job. Alright, he's throwing out his stun. They have actually a large creep wave as well, because of the way it is, but yours is a little bit bigger. Harassing that guy, I actually don't mind you harassing him there, because you've got the whole large camp that's hitting him too. So, like, I really liked that. That was, like, actually... That's not bad. But you gotta remember also, you have a big creep wave, so come and hit CK. See... Thank you for the resub from Hurst. 14 months. Oh, that's so pog. That is so pog. This depends on the lane matchup. 100% Kit Teller. 100%. This lane looks so different. I was saying this earlier. It looks so different if this Nyx is a Lina, right? Because what's Lina going to do? She outranges you and she's going to go, pow, pow, pow. She's going to be hitting you. So, like, that's going to be a different scenario. But I'm talking specifically for this one. I love playing a range pos 5 against 2 melees. It's not as fun against Tusk because it's very easy for him to kill you. But if you force him to do it in the wave, their 3 or their 4 is definitely going to die for it. Like, because sometimes they'll commit and they're like, I don't care, I'm killing that disruptor. And, you know, he'll snowball, he'll shards, and you're like, well, I can't do anything, I'm dead. But if you keep punching him, you cast your, you know, Thundershock or whatever, like, support you're playing, you'll probably get trade because your carry is going to... Because you're in the middle of the waves are going to be hitting them. Your carry's going to hit them. You'll probably get a good trade. But yeah, it looks different for different sports. So this is specifically for this. We got melee pos 3 and melee pos 4. So we're looking at what that looks like. And you've got a Jug who has spin, right? But like this is going to work for... Different cores are going to have their different momentums. Like you can't do this in the same way with Spectre, right? Spectre doesn't pose as much of a threat. Now, Spectre with a double wave is going to pose a threat. Like, any core with a double wave is going to pose more of a threat, especially if the double wave is right here. Now, if the double wave is up here, that's a little bit scarier. Why? Well, because they've got the protection of the tower, and you don't want to dive tower, and they could have TP. There's so many reasons why this is bad, right? So you don't really want to do your aggressive plays here unless you know you can make it. Sometimes, like, after a few levels, or depending on your heroes, you can. But if you've got a double wave here, and you're a Spectre, and you've got a support, you still might be able to make those plays, because you're, like, you can't forget about the power of the creeps. Like, early game, they're really strong. They actually do a lot of damage, and especially against melee pos 3s, which a lot of pos 3s are melee, they drag aggro, like, they're going to take damage. Again, it depends. If it's a Timber Saw, is that going to do a lot? No. Your best bet is level 1 to hit him as much as you can, and try to burn his... It depends on the lane, right? Axe, again, that's going to be different, right? They're all going to do different things, but we're going to talk about this game because we can't go through every hero. Alright, let's jump forward a little bit, because I think those laning stage tips are going to go for the whole 8 minutes or however long lane is, right? 10 minutes, whatever. Very cool. I want to see how that kill happened, actually. Let's see. So you have a bigger wave, and oh look, he dragged onto the range creep, so you have a massive wave. I like this. Do you want to hit him? Your Jug is feeling strong because you gave him some solo XP. He's a level ahead of the enemy core. He spins, and Nyx doesn't have boots, so Nyx is going to die. Beautiful. Oh, you're going to get him. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so now, you've got pretty normal size wave, and you're going to get this pull. Beautiful. Love it. Perfect. Very nice. Yeah, harassing this guy because your Jug's hitting him. You're like, very good. And you're going to... Oh, going to pull the next one, or you're going to stack. Okay, good, good. I love it. This is really good. This is really, really good. Maybe getting that creep would have been good too, but that's okay. I'd bring out a ward around, like, soon. Do you have one on courier? I'd bring out a ward if you can. See Nyx when he's coming, leaving. Around this time is a really good time to have a ward. Lane or over here or wherever. Okay. So, thing is, like, okay, you're doing a little bit too much walking here, so we want to cut down and be a little bit more efficient with our time, right? So it's like you stacked, so you want to pull at 4:15. So you should know what's in your head. You're like, okay, I stacked, it's now 4 minutes. Got the stack. I need to pull at 4:15, so I need, like, how fast is your hero? Wait, 340 movement speed. Holy shit, your hero's so fucking fast. What the fuck? Are you actually 340? Oh, holy shit. Okay, so you don't need to leave lane till like 4:10. What are you going to do for 10 seconds? How can you be efficient with that time? You're going to punch Oracle. Again, no, you're Oracle. Sorry. CK. You're going to punch CK. It's a bug. It's 300. Okay, it was 295 earlier. I'm like, I'm crazy. Okay, it's a bug. It's a bug. Let's go. What? There's no reason. I was like, you're so fast. 295. There it is. It says plus 45. Why does it think you have plus 45? That like it literally says movement speed 295 plus 45. Okay, whatever. You're 295. Okay. So what are you going to do with those 10 seconds? How can you be most efficient with those 10 seconds? Sometimes there's nothing to do. Sometimes, like, Lena's here, she's going to punch you and you can't punch CK. Fine, right? But right now, there's no nicks. Punch CK. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. You could have gotten 3 more punches in there. I don't think you could have, like, I think you could have gotten at least 3 total. I don't know how many, but you left too early. 408, that's too early. You know what the pull is at. Well, no, maybe it's not with no boost. No, it is, because you can go at 410 and you can pull and just run through these trees and stand right here and you'll get the pull. So I think punch him, like, you poked him. He didn't even feel that. Like, he literally didn't. Do you think he sat here for a second and was like, oh no, there's an Oracle? No, he didn't think that for a second. He didn't even notice. You just tickled him. Punch him a few more times. Now again, CK is a kind of tinky hero. It's not going to do that much, but what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do for 3 seconds? You might as well do that. Okay. If you had a ward, you could have been warding. If you want to do something else, that's fine. But anyways, all right, you're going to pull. This guy's coming to annoy you. So that's, I like to actually hide before I pull, especially if I don't have a ward. I don't like to sit here because, like, sometimes they'll, like, think, oh, he's not pulling. So I like to hide and then only pull, like, go out. But that's just my own little thing. I never learned that anywhere. I just like to do that because I'm like, if they don't see me, maybe they'll think I'm stupid and I'm not pulling. That's, like, my own little theory. Let's see. I wish. I can throw a nuke combo. You could use your mana. That's a great idea. Do you have any mana regen? Well, you don't have any mana regen. So I mean, it's still not bad though. Burn his regen. He's got. Oh, look, he's got no regen. So if you do that from behind the trees as well, he won't even get any stick charges. Now again, if he gets stick charges, that's fine too. But yeah, he's got no regen. Although doesn't he get lifesteal from there? Yeah. So he's a tanky hero though. So but it's good to keep in mind what core you're playing against. Can you do that against him? So, I should have hit the stack camp instead of Nyx, and then you can force to end him. Yeah, I like it. With the double campaigning him. Yeah, creeps. Use them to your advantage. And make sure, like, if whoever is, like, attacking the an enemy is going to aggro that creep camp, so you make sure you're standing on the right side and they attack him. And you're not in their aggro range. Where's your mic? My mic's right here. It's a Yeti one. Okay, so this guy stops your pull, Sag. It happens to the best of us. To figure out your next move, what you want to do is you want to look at, well, obviously what's happening, are they going in, but also look at the creep wave. So you want it to pull, and honestly, Jug could handle the creeps on their tower, I think, just fine. But what's happening with this creep wave? Well, if we look at it, it's pretty even. This creep's gonna die first before you, like this range creep, but it's pretty even. It's probably going to push to here. Okay, they stun him. They miss their stun. He's a Jug, so you're not too worried about him. Okay. Oh. This is why you need a ward. You need to bring a ward bottom. Like,
so weird.
Buy it. You know, mid gets their ward, top gets their ward, and then as soon as it's in stock, I think it's around, like, 30 seconds into the game or something like that after rune spawn. Buy that ward, bring it down, and drop it over here, wherever. Or buy it 2 minutes later, but just make sure you get a ward. It protects you and your carry. You'll see a gank coming. You might not survive, but it gives you a higher chance of surviving. So this guy came ganked, and not much you can do about that. Even if he had a ward, he had a haste, I think, so sometimes you still die. Oh wait, I should be watching this guy. I'm on free camera. Pulling, nice. Yeah, you did it this time. Beautiful. This guy probably should have spawned a little bit faster, but that's okay. Now you get a free pull. You can deny everything. Nice. I'd get those CS. I'd check and see what Jug's doing, because honestly, I don't know what Jug's doing. Jug's being crazy. Jug does not need to be up there. Okay, tell me why this is wrong, Gordy. You've learned it. You know it. Why is this not a great play? Actually, let's check his items. Oh, I mean, it's not that it's not a doable play. It might be a doable play. It actually might be. But why is it not a great play? This guy actually doesn't have boots, so it could still work. Creeps. He's feeling chat. He's feeling chat. And you gotta tell him, bro, you don't have creeps. Just back up and farm. Back up and farm. Back up and farm. Right? You don't need this. Now, again, Jug doesn't... I mean, CK doesn't have boots, but he's so close to his tower. Like, Jug really doesn't want to dive this tower. But yeah, Jug's feeling chat because you've been supporting him well, all this stuff. But you say, no, Jug, objective of this lane, you farm. Objective is not to get kills. Objective to farm. So just back it up, bro. You don't have creeps. I pulled the camp. He's going to take a lot of damage from those creeps. He's also missing a ranged creep. So like if you see your carry doing this, just say, yo, chill bro, just farm. You, look, get the range creep, okay? Just say that shit because, like, and if he goes for the play and if he dies, that's not actually your fault. And if he goes for the play and commits and you want to commit with him, sometimes you just gotta commit with him, right? Sometimes you gotta, okay? That's fine. But it's still good to say, like, chill, you know? So he's being a little aggressive and you're like, oh, I think I need to help him. When in reality, he's making some... Okay, so he spun on the wave. Now he doesn't have spin. Do you guys have the damage to make this play? No. This guy's at half HP. No. Do you have a creep wave? No, because it automatically pulled because this aggroed it. Tell him to back the fuck up. Actually, you guys actually have a creep wave now, so now you're actually strong, but he got his self-cancel, Sag, but you have another one! Oh, you didn't give it to him. You can pull this, though, which is awesome, because they aggro that, which you're gonna do. Beautiful. I have no idea. Oh, he's buying items. I was like, I have no idea. See, you know what time to do the pull. So just be more conscious of the clock, I guess. Nice. Deny it all. Oh, get the CS. Love it. Beautiful. Perfect. Now you're like, oh, hello. I forgot about you. Nice. Kill the creeps. Beautiful. I actually don't play Oracle, but I've watched and I'm like, oh my gosh, this spell is amazing for getting creeps. It's so cheap, too. Does so much damage. It's awesome. Alright, so you're like, you just double check that your camp is empty. I like that. I would check that, too. Alright, now you're farming this. Oh, beautiful item. Probably have to give it to mid though. But you're like going him. You don't have anything to do right now. You don't have any gathers to pull, whatever. Check your creep wave. Yeah, you have a creep wave, and if Jug pushes this, he's level 6. You could potentially actually dive this. You see top, a lot of things happening top. Is there support top? Or just their mid? Oh, Nyx is dead. So yeah, you know what happens now? You guys had a good lane. CK's got nothing. You pressure this tower. Honestly, you see them on the map top. You see Nyx dead. Just pressure this tower a little bit. You don't have catapult, unfortunately, because you pulled with a stacked camp and the catapult died. I really wish you had catapult right now, but I've done that too. What you could have done is earlier, when it was a stacked camp, is you went and, you know, diddle-daddled with Jug over here. You could have helped it kill this camp or whatever if you want to get that catapult back. But catapult ended up dying. That's fine, but it's just sad because if there was a catapult here, you guys would just be able to pressure this a little bit. But anyways, this guy's half HP. You've got two choices now. You can be like, hey, my Jug is self-sufficient. He's good to farm. He has a ward. It's time for me to go leave. Like, he's doing great now. He's level 6. CK's not really going to kill him. CK's got no mana. CK's got no boots. We're going to bring up boots, but you know, I can leave now. That's fine. Or you can be like, hey, Jug, let's pressure this tower. I mean, Jug doesn't pressure it great, but like, you could just not let this guy farm. You know what I mean? He could sit here, kill the creep wave, farm this camp, and then if CK even tries to step up, you guys just throw your spells to him, right?